All right, today we are going to talk about what we do here at Elements, because thank you guys so much for liking the videos, sharing the videos. We're seeing so many more comments about who are these people, how do I get in touch with them? And then a lot of our clients come in for one specific service and don't know everything that we do. So we are going to just do a quick run through of why we're here, what we do, how natural medicine in general can help, and how we specifically can help you feel great every day. Because that's really why we're here. Our goal at Elements and with everything we do is for you to feel awesome every single day. We want you to thrive, not just survive, and not even just kind of make it through and be fine. We want you to feel so good every day that you are just living that best life. And we do that through a process of identifying what's keeping you from feeling good, usually using a lot of functional medicine tests that really focus on what might be going on. We do a process of restoration, and then our final process is optimize, or we call it awesomize, because again, that goal is awesome. Optimized, awesome is great.
Awesome every day. Not just I feel okay, but I feel awesome. So, who are we? We are an amazing, dynamic, awesome team of folks who are so dedicated to making sure that you too are living an awesome life. My background, I am a medical doctor. I went to a conventional allopathic medical school, but then I did a residency program in family medicine and followed that up with fellowship training in integrative medicine. And it is an evidence-based integrative medicine fellowship program. And so, there are a lot of things that we may do because, just traditionally we didn't, like gargling with salt water. No one's ever going to do a real test of that. There's no money to be gained in that, but we know that it can be helpful. But there are also some things like herbs or things around nutrition that have a long historical use around health and wellness that actually have been tested. And so I like to integrate a lot of those different things into how I practice. So that's sort of my background in as a medical doctor, MD, who's also board certified in integrative holistic medicine. I'll come back to some services later.
All right, so I am a naturopathic doctor who is trained at Bastyr University, one of the small handful of four-year medical schools that train naturopathic physicians. Bastyr happens to be out near Seattle. Dr. Cantrell and I met there, which is how we ended up in practice together. While we were trained as family practice physicians, and in a lot of states we can act as full family practice physicians, we both really felt a calling to come back to where we're from, which is the South. And in Georgia, we do not have the full scope of our licensure. It doesn't really affect what we do too much, luckily, because people come knowing what's wrong with them, and we can really help them fully. But we're really lucky to pair with Dr. Wade because she gives us access to things we wouldn't normally have access to, even though we're trained in how to use them. Naturopathic training is very similar to the basis of an MD training, but on top of it, we learn homeopathy. We learn manipulation like a chiropractor learns. We learn massage. We do a lot of counseling training. We do significant herbal training. We do almost a master's of nutrition mixed in with all of the really deep dive into biochemistry. I would put our biochemistry knowledge up against any MD graduate because we are looking at it every single time we're thinking about a B vitamin, every single time we're thinking about magnesium, and it doesn't come up as much when you're prescribing medication. It's just a whole different way to practice.
P.S., just a note on the whole nutrition piece of it. Most conventional medical schools have a unit on nutrition, so you might have 2, if you're lucky, 5 hours of nutrition. You don't in any way dig as deeply into nutrition and how food is medicine. Food can be poison too, but you don't dig in any way into the nutritional science in the way that you do with naturopathic training.
All right, so that's who we are. Let's talk about who we work with. A huge part of our population is professional women because that's just really who we connect with. We understand the high intensity of that job and how you want to feel great in that job. But we work with everybody from babies to grandparents and really see everything from colds to cancer. We do a lot of acute care walk-ins for kids and adults, a lot of digestive issues, a lot of skin issues, and then what I have named the tired fat feel like crap cycle. We help women and men really free themselves from this vicious cycle of inflammation, hormone imbalance, blood sugar imbalance that keeps you just not feeling great. And so that's a big part of who we see.
And I would say the other really important thing that we do in working around natural medicine and functional medicine is working with people who just kind of have that group of, I don't know what's going on symptoms. So I haven't been feeling well, or, something's just off with me, but my doctor keeps telling me that my labs are normal. So we are such the medical detectives in helping to use the science and appropriate testing, appropriate evaluation to figure out exactly what's wrong. And so we wind up working with a lot of patients who have challenges around their immune system, autoimmune issues as well. But, that whole big question mark, something's totally wrong with me, but I don't know what it is, and everyone keeps telling me I'm normal, that's what we like to work with.
And in fact, spoiler alert, we do that so much. We actually have an online class coming up, so you can go through your own labs like you would do with us and really understand what those numbers mean, and not just, oh, it must be okay because nothing's high or nothing's low. It's so much beyond that. Keep an eye out. That's coming really, really soon. All right, so now we've talked about who we work with, which is pretty much everybody. We're going to talk about what we do. And a huge part of what we do is kind of like a conventional doctor, except we're doing a much more thorough history. We're really looking for how the body pieces work together. I tell people that we're specialists in how the whole body works, not just the heart, not just the digestive system, but everything and how it connects together and how one dysfunction affects another dysfunction or causes another dysfunction. So that's a huge part of what we do. And like I said, we use a lot of functional labs that are looking beyond just the basic blood work and really looking at how is your body working to identify those imbalances, restore, and of course, awesomize. We also have a lot of support services, including acupuncture.
So, in short, it's been around for more than 3,000 years. If it didn't work, it wouldn't last this long, but it's actually one of my favorite parts of my practice. I love working with patients one-on-one, but I think with acupuncture, the extra piece for me is how great people feel, even right after just one treatment. So, yes, we actually do medical acupuncture here in the office here in Columbus. Can't do that virtually for obvious reasons, but we do it when we're here.
All right, we also do colon hydrotherapy, also known as colonics, also known as a high enema. That is rinsing out your colon with warm water. Great to break constipation, good for detoxing, something that's actually one of the services that's been the most popular for the longest period of time. So if you are looking for somebody locally that does a colonic, come see us.
We do a lot around IV nutrient therapies, and we also do chelation therapy here. And so if you've sort of dipped your toes in the chelation waters, you may know that a huge study came out of the National Institutes of Health that showed a clear benefit for chelation therapy, especially around people with atherosclerotic disease and problems with their blood sugar. So really, oh my goodness, that's probably 30 to 40% of the population who has problems with blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar. And chelation therapy has shown to be very effective around that. And so we do offer IV chelation therapy, as well as IV therapies around vitamins like vitamin C. We do some injection therapies that help out with immunity, that help with boosting energy, that help you with busting up the stress that's in your life. So we do a lot around IV and injectable therapies.
And that's a way to feel better fast. So if you're kind of dragging or you feel a cold coming on, definitely give us a call. We can get you in the same day typically and really help boost you and get you feeling well in a way that's not suppressing symptoms and is not just kicking the can down the road. With that, while we're not a weight loss clinic, and we do focus a lot on weight in the picture of hormones, we do have a weight loss program called HCG. You may have heard of it. It's pretty popular out there. We see really good results with it. So there's the one weight loss specific thing that we offer, and somebody really likes HCG because we just got lots of thumbs up on that. All right, so where are we? We are in Columbus, Georgia.
I wanted to say one more thing. Sorry. We also do consultation in addition to helping out with your overall health and with your specific health concerns. Remember, we work a lot with professional women, and professional women, particularly professional women over the age of 30, will start to have some changes around hormones. And so we also do bioidentical hormone replacement therapies here. And so we do a really comprehensive assessment because you can give the hormones, but if you haven't fixed the gut, if you haven't strengthened immunity, if you haven't helped the adrenals to feel strong, then you kind of still are in the same place that you started. So we actually do really, really great comprehensive work around helping with hormone balance as well.
Okay, so yeah, that's a huge one. I'm sorry I skipped it. All right, so back to where we are. We are in Columbus, Georgia. If you're familiar with Columbus, we can literally see the Aflac Tower out of our window. So we're 2 doors down from the Aflac Tower. But we are also available online. So you do not have to be in Columbus to see us. We see people really from the panhandle of Florida, definitely over to the Auburn area of Alabama, even up to or kind of the South Atlanta, Peachtree City area. Because honestly, traffic down to Columbus is way easier than traffic up to North Atlanta. But again, we work with people all over the Southeast, primarily at this point.
And in the coming soon, we will be expanding our virtual consultation services. So keep your eyes out for that. So those of you who are already in our family and in our fold locally and have already told your friends and your neighbors and your family, you can actually spread it out a little bit further because we'll be offering some consultative services to people virtually, working with them around their health, their labs, and ultimately, as we said at the start of this, getting to awesome.
All right, so when can you call? Right now. You can message us through Facebook. Amy, who is one of our partners who actually now is a doctor of education, she is really good about tracking those messages. Kelly's really good, and we all keep an eye on it, so that is a great way to get a hold of us if you have some other questions. You can give us a call, 706-507-0407. You can get our phone number through our Facebook link, so I won't go too deep into that. And then if you are going to be in this area, August 5th, which is just a couple weeks away, we are going to be at the Holistic Expo. So if you want to come up and say hi, you want to get to meet us, if you have some questions about what can we do for what is going on with you, we completely love to answer those. Usually it's a lot, and if it's not, we really try to send you to the person that's going to be the best fit. And sometimes it's not us, but we have a great resource network where we can connect you to the right person.
And if you have a group or your office or, I don't know, a club that you're a member of, an association, we love education. We really love empowering people around better health. And so you can also reach out to us if you'd like some lectures or some talks on specific topics, on really broad topics, on nutrition, on natural health, natural medicine. Reach out to us because we are available to offer lectures in various and sundry topics.
All right, so in a wink, we are here to help you feel awesome every single day. So if you do not feel awesome every day and you want to, message us, contact us, and we will help that happen. All right, guys, see you next week.
Bye-bye.